Right now, I'm over at Crankywxguy blog, and he's talking about October continues. Yeah, whatever. You should check his blog out. Okay. Crankywxguy is king weather Twitter and has an A+ out of everyone on the planet for hurricane season so far. A disorganized hybrid event, but I'd classify it as a tropical storm and give it a name at this point. Mid-low, providing good venting aloft for outflow. Heavy convection. It's there. Low shear over the center. The co-located high shear to the north acts to vent the system, but not deter it. It already has gale force winds out there in heavy thunderstorms. Given practices of the National Hurricane Center the past 15 years, this is already a tropical storm. The lack of consistency is baffling. We have good enough winds just aloft, and this suggests you will see this decent winds develop at the surface to high-end tropical storm strength, if not low-end Category 1 hurricane in a very localized pocket. Building heavy convection will increase and tap these winds shown here at 850 millibars. Ladies and gentlemen, I have been talking about this storm since April, or technically since Hurricane Michael hit. And I said, a year from now, when the Eris alignment comes, we need to be prepared for a major hurricane. And then I mapped it out, and I said it would hit Crystal River, but apparently I was about 200 miles to the east, too far, and a week late. But regardless, I will be covering this thing for the next 24 hours as it develops. And so, if you would like to make a donation or a contribution through my PayPal, my Venmo, my CashApp, or send me a letter, I'd appreciate it. Today, I would like to get Chinese food and an energy drink or two, because I ain't sleeping until this thing makes landfall. What I'm here to tell you, as I've been telling you for a long time, that Cranky and I agree that it should already be a tropical storm. It's already showing 85 mile per hour winds or wind gusts in this storm, and it has anywhere from 16 to 30 hours to develop. All right, so I don't know how to express this clearly to you guys, that we've seen things go from tropical storm to Category 5 in 24 hours. Now, I'm not saying this can be a Category 5. I think that the highest it would probably go is Category 3, but never rule it out. There is a worst case scenario. But definitely now, seeing that it's already a tropical storm, Category 1, Category 2, Category 3 is easily on the table. And the category can be misleading, meaning that the impacts, like this thing is going to carry an amazing amount of rain. This has the ability to have eye-popping rain totals. And as the rain goes in layers and flows, if you look in here, this is like the largest amount of precipitable water I have seen in the Gulf of Mexico since I don't know when. And so, if this thing does ramp up well past, I mean, nobody thought it would be a hurricane for a while. And now it looks like it's definitely going to be a hurricane. And so I would say higher categories can be on the table. And so if it spins up to like a Category 3, you increase your storm surge, you increase your rainfall, and the waves are going to increase, and that Florida's like a wall, and so they have some very interesting dynamics throughout all here. So it's not just a landfall in the eye. You're going to have an amazing amount of rain on the east side of the storm as it flows counterclockwise. You can almost see the little eye there, right there. I don't know if that's the eye. They're having a hard time finding the eye. But I'm just saying, with 24 hours to go in this event, and it already showing signs of being possibly a tropical storm, and in specific pockets already qualifying as a Category 1 hurricane, you better pay attention. And if you are near where we think it might be making landfall, anywhere in here, be prepared to leave if you get that intuition or this thing intensifies into like a Category 1 hurricane or 2 within the next 6 to 8 hours. Remember, Hurricane Michael, 99% of the Met said it would barely make it to a hurricane. And I was like, oh, Eris alignment could be Category 5. So this is the same shit here, man. So this is what I do. And I do it well. And yeah, I would really like Chinese food, you know. And I'm like, what? Mongolian beef and then crab rangoon? But Chinese food's so expensive. Anyway. And its strength will dictate how much it affects the rest of the coast as it goes up the coast. And then models have it doing a weird thing where it turns back in and conjoins with the next big storm, which will be with us on Wednesday, and will probably be flooding things. So please check out Cranky's full blog. Bobby's got a blog. She's really good too. But yeah, definitely Michael Ventris here. There's a storm brewing over the Gulf. Potential Tropical Cyclone 16, our Gulf of Mexico disturbance, is starting to show signs of organization, though it's still under very heavy wind shear. And that's the reason I'm not saying, I'm saying Cat 3. If it didn't have the heavy wind shear and it had a more symmetrical shape, I would definitely think this would have a Cat 5 potential. Impressive convection, meaning it's got impressive rainfall rates. Gulf State residents, keep an eye on this one. Remember, rain kills more people than hurricane winds. And so, I mean, I'll show you this bad boy. So, look at that. And it's still got anywhere from 16 hours to 24 hours to intensify. And so I've been warning about this for a year. I've been warning about almost the exact location for 6 months. And I've been warning people that if it looks like it could get to a Category 3, if you're anywhere near landfall, please get out of the way. Or if you're anywhere near any of the weirder impacts that can be caused by this wall of Florida wave, storm surge, please take it seriously. Because as your planetary defense commander, I don't want to lose anyone ever. I mean, this is almost like a mass shooter that you can see coming from 20 hours away. So I will stay on top of it. It's what I do. And then this thing, the setup of this is probably going to cause several tornadoes throughout Florida, Tampa Bay. I mean, you're definitely going to get impacts in a lot of areas. This is a dangerous situation that has potential to be incredibly dangerous over the next day. Remember, at this point, before Hurricane Michael, 24 hours before landfall, they were still saying it was going to be a Category 1. Okay, I've done the very best I can. And still, that's not enough to satisfy people. That's fine. But if you do want to make me feel like I'm appreciated to help me, make it through the next 24 hours and the next month, as it's going to be wild. We'll focus on this storm, and then we'll talk about all of its effects later. And then the big storm that's coming in 3 more days, heavy flooding possible for the middle of the United States, and then this moves east, and then probably bombs out again to the northeast. You can make a donation or send me letters. Anything, man. That's cool. Okay. Stay cool. And stay aware. God bless everyone. Peace out.